welcome to our channel, Offbeat Life. We love it if you'd stay and subscribe. Today we're here in our kitchen, Offbeat Kitchen, and we're inviting you to enjoy a kale salad with us. I'm going to be sharing this kale salad. It's super basic. My husband didn't think it was even worthy of a video today because it's super basic, but I thought it would be helpful just because it really is this easy to put together a really healthy meal or a side or a quick lunch. So I've got some kale that's already been washed and de-stemmed here in my bowl. I'm now going to get some tahini. Actually, before I get the tahini, I will break it up a little bit with my hands. So just into like bite-sized pieces, really. This takes a minute, and this also helps to break down the kale itself. You've probably heard, if you know about kale, that it's really important if you're having raw kale to massage your kale. So this really does help in that process of breaking it down rather than using a knife to do it. And we'll be breaking it down more once we add our sauces to the bowl as well, but this is a good way to get the whole process started. Good start here. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to take a really good, probably a tablespoon and a half of tahini. This is one whole head of kale. Obviously your kale is going to be different. Every head of kale is obviously different in terms of amounts, but I would say roughly about 1 to 2 tablespoons of tahini would do the job. And then we're going to add in a little bit of tamari. You could also use soy sauce. We're probably using, I would say, roughly a teaspoon. This is going to give us a really nice flavor to the dish as well. And I'm also going to add, and this is optional, but I find it does add a nice little bit of balance of flavor to the meal, to the salad, is another, we're going to use about a teaspoon of sweet chili sauce. And we're just going to get that all in there. Not really measuring, but to give you an idea, those are some of the eyeball measurements. And we're going to break down the kale. Just going to massage it, get all of that nice sauce all the way through. And this takes about a minute, so you can just massage here for about a minute, breaking anything else down into bite-sized pieces that you need. Great, my hands are a little messy, so I'm going to go and wash them off real quick. And now you've got a really good base for the salad. So you can leave the salad literally like this and it would be totally fine, or you could dress it up depending on what you have available to you. So you could add things like dried fruit, maybe you've got some dried figs, you want to slice those in. You could add in some chopped apple, would be lovely as well. What I've got here is some defrosted pomegranate seeds. We get them frozen from our local grocery store and then we're able to defrost them, so we always have them available. During these quarantine times, I'm filming this during quarantine, we don't have access to all the things we normally would, so we're making do with what we have. I also have some pumpkin seeds here, so I'm going to add a little bit of that for some crunch and texture. You could also add things like hemp seeds, would be really nice here too. Alright, so now I'm going to plate this up. I've got some other pickled veggies in my fridge. Again, these are totally optional, but I'm going to grab a couple of them just to kind of round out this as a meal. I've got some sauerkraut here, so I'm going to add a bit of sauerkraut to it as well. To get our nice healthy probiotics. There we go. So I'm going to ask my hubby to come and join me to be our taste tester today. Want to join us? He's also our cameraman for the day.
Coming on in. All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying hello and thank you for giving me some camera time. It's so nice of you. I appreciate it so much. Like, it's means so much to me, you know. Okay, so I'm eating this?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Really good.
So since you
Really tasty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind adding a little bit of salt to it.
Okay.
Just a little bit of Himalayan salt.
Yeah.
I think would be really nice on this.
And definitely if you want to add salt, Himalayan salt or sea salt would be totally fine to do that. What I would do is first make it this way, the way that I've shown you, using the tamari, because that's going to give you your saltiness. Once you do that, then taste it just as you're tasting it now to see whether or not it's balanced for you. If you need a bit more salt, then of course add it at that point, but you want to taste it before you start adding the salt, because as I said, the tamari is going to give it that saltiness. So I'll give you a little sprinkling of salt there. And maybe some black pepper?
What do you like?
A little bit of black pepper, why not? Go for it.
Go.
Perfect.
Good.
So this, as I said, this salad is a really great base to, like, definitely what you would need there is the tahini or some other type of nut butter. So you could even use things like almond butter. I wouldn't use peanut butter in this preparation, but tahini definitely needs a lot of tahini. We do favorites, so I would definitely try it with the tahini, but the almond butter might work really nicely too. And then you want something salty. So whether that's the tamari or that is some soy sauce or coconut aminos, all of those things would work really well. And then I've added in that little bit of sweetness with the sweet chili sauce, but you could also use things like if you had a little bit of date syrup, or if you had, if you use honey, if you feel comfortable using a little bit of honey, you would just use a titch of that, or maple syrup would be another great option there too. Just to give it that little balancing sweetness would be really nice. And then you just add in whatever you have available to you. So whether it's nuts and seeds, whether it's dried fruit, whether it's fresh fruit, I said sliced apple or even pear would be really nice there too. We always try to add something pickled or something fermented like the sauerkraut to our salads as well, just to give it that little bit of an elevation in terms of balance of flavor, as well as the health benefits, of course, from the sauerkraut having the probiotics. So now, since you were saying that you wanted some screen time, do you want to also join us for making a sandwich maybe to go with your salad? Handle it?
I get no prep time. I just throw it into this. This is how it works for me. When you got the main talent, it's just like, here you go. How about you do this? How about you figure this out? You figure that out.
I believe in you. I think you're going to do an amazing job.